Bosnia, it's no secret they've had a really, really tough time. They were in war from 93 to 95, and then there was that devastating genocide that happened in 95. So ever since then, really, they've been desperately trying to get back on their feet. There were so many people that were displaced, and there were so many people that were killed. They're really starting from scratch. And I've just come back yesterday, and even just going about the city centre, the main part of Sarajevo, there's still buildings with half the building blown off, and it's still evident. The devastation is still there for everyone to see. So it's really important for me to go to Bosnia and see how Lend with Care is helping the budding entrepreneurs there.
Absolutely, because we all remember it from the news reports and everything. And even though 1995 for some seems like a long time ago,
it does, doesn't it?
It's not when you're rebuilding a country. I mean,
you're spot on. I think that's exactly it. It was 17 years ago, but in the grand scheme of things, you've got to build an entire country. There's a lot to do, and things are tricky everywhere. So imagine if you're in that position, you're already at a disadvantage, and you've still got such a long way to go, I suppose.
And was this your first time over there? And can you tell us a bit about lendwithcare.org?
Exactly. So it was my very first time in Bosnia. Learned a huge amount. It was a real pleasure to be able to go there. And Lend with Care, it's a really nice initiative. So it gives people in the UK the opportunity to lend to budding entrepreneurs in the poorer parts of the world. So it operates in 6 countries, Bosnia being one of them. And I just went and met a couple of the entrepreneurs, so a couple of the ladies that have been lent to. It's very easy, it's very straightforward. You go to lendwithcare.org, you have a nose online, you see the entrepreneurs, you see exactly how much they want. You can lend as little as £15. You watch their journey, you see how business progresses, and then when they're up and running, they pay you back, which is a really nice thing to have at the end.
A donation that keeps on giving back to the person that gave it in the first place.
Nice thing is you can recycle that loan, so you can help loads of people with that £15, or you can pocket it. It's totally your shout.
Well, what I love about the idea of this, because a lot of the times you want to help a country, you want to give donations, but you don't really know where's it going. And some countries, I've been to Ethiopia myself, it can breed a slight culture of expecting handouts and things like this, whereas this sounds to me a bit more like you're letting the country, the people themselves, the natives, help themselves out of poverty and create jobs and employment and things like that. Is that how you would view it?
I agree with you completely. I think there's certainly a place for donations, just giving money, that needs to exist. But I really like the idea that you're lending, so it's like a hand up, not a hand out. Do you know what I mean? It's the idea these people do want to graft, they do want to work, they do want small businesses, they do want to get back to where they once were. So yeah, you're right, and I do understand people are sometimes sceptical of where the money goes and how much of it goes to the person and so forth. But this really is a great thing to be able to be part of.
So have you got any success stories that you saw out there, or is everything in its early stages at the moment?
Yeah, no, we've got loads of success stories. I think just from the lender's point of view as well, so far we've had 100% success rate at the entrepreneurs paying back, which is a really great thing because it shows how seriously these entrepreneurs are taking the loans. Also, I met a lady yesterday in a tailor shop. She set up a little tailoring business, and business was booming. We were only in there an hour, and there was 5 or 6 customers in and out, bringing their pants to get mended. She said without the loan, she doesn't know where she'd be. Really, really helping a lot of people that ordinarily wouldn't have any other option.
We're very lucky here that our sort of history of war is a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, are there no sort of banks and lending out there? Is it just a completely different world? I mean, we can't imagine really what it's like to rebuild after a war.
This is it. I spoke to a lady, not yesterday, the day before, I think I was at her house, and I said to her, why Lend with Care? Are there other options? And she said that she tried loads of other alternatives beforehand, and they just no, they're slamming the door in their faces. And I do understand, you have to lend responsibly, but I think that's what we advocate and that's what we're about. And it's just, I really like the thought of lending to people that otherwise wouldn't get the money, because they're the people that need to be lent to.
And they're obviously the ambitious people as well, the kind of people that will, in 10, 20 years' time, get that country out of this situation.
It's a beautiful country, I've got to say. I was there, it was freezing, but it's really beautiful, and there's so much potential there, I think, if they do get back on their feet. It's just getting there, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we can all help, so we do urge listeners to get involved.
Have a look, see what they think. Lendwithcare.org.
All right, excellent. lenwithcare.org.
Spot on.
Fantastic. And will you be going back out there?
I'd like to.
How progress goes. Did you make a documentary of this?
I didn't know. It was a couple of minutes long. It wasn't anything to do with me. It's for Care International UK and the Cooperative and Len with Care. But I would like to go back to Bosnia. I'd like to catch up with the ladies that I met. So who knows? We'll have to wait
and you call it Bosnia, not Bosnia and Herzegovina, because they're split up of the former Yugoslavia. It is quite complicated.
No, it's very true. Yeah, we met a lady, actually. We were speaking to a Bosnian lady that was showing us around, and she was saying, just call it Bosnia and H. I was going, I don't know how well that will go down. But yes, there's lots of complications, and it's all very political in lots of parts of Bosnia. But it's a very, very amazing place.
Well, it is somewhere that I would love to try. Is there a sort of tourist industry there? Can people
Not so much, not just yet. But I think that is something that would flourish if it got up and running.
Watch this space. Go there for a holiday and buy a suit off that tailor.
This is it.
Good. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Stacey.
Thank you. Real pleasure. Thanks a lot.